Hey guys, this is Tyzar211, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Blizzard Spotlight. In today's episode, we're going to be checking out Diablo 3, and I'm running another Barbarian this season, rocking out a different build, but I think you guys will enjoy. I'm still missing a few key pieces of gear, not key, like not. I don't really know how to explain it. The build works really well without it. I'm pushing T40, 41 riffs. I have not, I don't think, got a 42 yet, but I'm still looking for some ancients. But let's get right into the build. It's a Hammer of the Ancients build. Now I have gotten lucky. I did get a cube, which I've got a perfect uh, blah 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 emerald in there. And I did manage to roll 10% damage onto it, so we've got that fucking going for us. This weapon's actually pretty tits. As you can see, I'm pushing damn near a million damage without any bonuses. As far I do have physical bonus, but with that, it puts me up to about 1.2 million, which is pretty fucking good. This is the other key piece of this of the build. It's the bracers of the first men. The Hammer of the Ancients attacks 50% faster and deals 160% damage. With this, the Hammer of the Ancients returns 24% fury, or 24 fury if it hits three or fewer targets. Um, this build generally, unless you run into huge fucking groups of like those scorpion little bitches or skeletons, you're usually not hitting three or over three enemies. So that actually works out pretty well for you. The other thing that we're using, which is a fucking essential thing, excuse me, is the Immortal King set. And the reason you're doing that is because you always want to be running around with Wrath of the Berserker. The bonus is just fucking massive. And the Hammer of the, or your Call of the Ancients never die, which is just fucking great. And we'll get into the skill for that later. Another set that I'm using is Bastions of Will, which is Focus and Restraint, these two rings. Now, basically, you generally just run around and you hit everything with Hammer of the Ancients, which is a resource spending attack, so you're doing 50% more damage. But every once in a while, you Furious Charge, which does generate or does trigger the generating attack ability. So if you Furious Charge into a Rift boss, for instance, you only get the one charge and it only lasts for 5 seconds. But with the resource spending attack, it is a 50% damage bonus, so it's worth doing. Um, and the other thing I'm using is the Hellfire Amulet with Berserker Rage on it because that's just fucking awesome. Why wouldn't you want Berserker Rage? And unfortunately, it didn't roll all that well. I mean, it didn't roll terribly, but with an amulet, in my opinion, you want all damage on it. It did roll the 90% or 96 resistance to elements on it, which is not terrible, but it definitely could be better. Now, this is the only piece that's like just fucking bad. I I am missing the shoulders. I actually found some, but they were so fucking horrible. I just rolled them into the cube. They are Fury of the Ancients. Now, you want that ability. Call of the Ancients gains the effect of the Ancients' Fury Ruin. Well, right now, since I do not have the ideal bonus, which is actually Bracers of the First for the max ability, because it does roll 200%. So mine rolled relatively low, unfortunately, but I have not found a second pair. And I also need a pair of strong arm bracers, which I don't believe are in here. Yes, they are. You want the knockback effect ability also. So you want that. Plus, uh, so that's the ability that you want to wear because the bracers just roll better as a rule. So if I actually found those and found ones that rolled really well, I would actually just break those and use the ability and get rid of Leoric's crown. Now, unfortunately, I have none of the cube abilities that are ideal. None. Not one. I'm using Leoric's crown for the bonus. For, obviously, for the gem bonus, it basically turns that gem into two. And the other thing that you want for ring, you actually want unity, especially if you're running solo. You guys know this combo. I have been unable to find even one of the motherfuckers, and you need two, because you have to be wearing one, and your follower has to be wearing one. The other bonus that you want is actually the furnace, because you want the plus 50% bonus against elites. Obviously, I have not found one of those fuckers either. I'm using Mad Monarch Scepter just because it helps with AoE, and that's kind of a big deal. Now, let's get into skills. I'm using Hammer the Ancient Smash. Oh, that's wrong. You're supposed to be using that. There we go. I was trying something out with fire damage. Um, I found a build online that was all based on fire damage with this. I don't fucking like it. I I, I just I just don't like it. I just don't like it. With the Rolling Thunder, you create a shockwave that deals 505% weapon damage to all enemies within 22 yards in front of you. Now, that's kind of a big deal because if you get in a doorway or something like that, you can back out, take much less fucking damage, and still deal damage to them with this. And with Smash, you got to be right in their face. And the other problem I was running into is I just wasn't clearing stuff fast enough when I was using Smash. It was all single target damage and I didn't like it. Now the other thing we got is Wrath of the Berserker. Insanity. While active, gain 50% increased damage, and also with the physical damage, I believe that that stacks on top of that, which also might be a reason I was having issues. Now, Fury's charge, Merciless Assault. This one's a fucking no-brainer. It's just to help you get around faster. Warcry, Impunity. Now, I'm using the Ruin, the Impunity Ruin, which gives you more resistances because at higher levels, uh, those fucking elite packs can fuck you up pretty good. And I'm also using Battle Rage, and I'm using it as not only an offensive skill, but also a defensive skill. Your critical hits heal you and your pets for up to 21, 456 or 457 damage. Now that based with the Hammer of the Ancients has a 1% increased critical hit chance for every 5 Fury you have. And since the build that I'm running, my Fury is almost at max, almost always. This actually heals you for a lot. Then I'm using Call of the Ancients together as one. It just helps with survivability. Uh, your ancients take some damage, which isn't a big deal. They tend to heal it back. And then I'm also using Bloodthirst. Each point of Fury spent heals you for 966 life. Even though you're gaining your Fury back instantly with Hammer of the Ancients, unless you're running into a really big group, you're still spending it. So this still heals you. Now, don't let that 966 life put you off, because if you're constantly spending 20 Fury, it's damn near 20,000 life you're getting back with every hit, which is pretty impressive actually. And then you got Rampage, increase strength by 1% for 8 seconds after killing or assisting in killing an enemy. It stacks 25 times. This build, you run around fast, you're killing shit all the time. In lower levels, in any 30 rift, you're gonna one hit almost every fucking trash mob. So this is very, 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 very useful. Ruthless, you deal 40% additional damage to enemies below 30%. That's just great. And Unforgiving, you no longer degenerate Fury. Instead, you generate 2 Fury every second, which is great. Now, the other one I wanted to show you is Berserker. I believe that I have Berserker's Rage. There we go. You deal 25% additional damage while near maximum Fury, which you almost always are. Okay? So, the only other thing that I would like to point out is that if I found myself at the point where I was not having problems with health, I would put on either Weapon Master for more damage or possibly Nerves of Steel. Fatal damage instead reduces you. Actually, let's go ahead and try that. See what I think of that. Okay, with all that being said, I know I ran through that kind of quick. Hopefully, you guys understood. I'm just going to go ahead and do a Greater Rift. I have been doing 41s. I'm going to do a 40. just to make sure that I can run through this fast with you guys. I don't want this to take forever. And instantly you cast all that stuff. There we go. As you can see, my crits are hitting uh, right around the 500 million range. That was a little one. I saw 378 in there. You will have little crits, obviously, but I'm clearing shit plenty quick at the moment. There we go. Our first. Whoa! I don't know what the fuck that was, but I got hit hard. I damn near died. That was fucking weird. I must have got hit with a bunch of shit all at the same time. But we are well ahead of our time. I actually would like to clear this in, we'll say, if I cleared it in 7 minutes, I'd be happy. But basically, this is, you hit, as far as I'm concerned, you hit Greater Rift 40 and you can run it quick. As far as runs and whatnot, I call a 7-minute Greater Rift a speed run. I don't give a fuck who you are. There are faster builds out there for this, but if you're clearing a greater 40 in 7 minutes, you're going to be able to level your gems rather quickly, and that's the whole point of this, is leveling gems. Now the only thing, I did kind of forget to cover my gems. I will do that after we're done, or I can kind of do it now. I'm running Bane of the Trapped, which for obvious reasons is good. It puts an aura on everything, so you do 20, whatever percent damage, however high level you have the gem. Mine happens to be at 24%, which I believe is level 30. Oh wow, keep up the groups. Now I had been using Bane of the Powerful because you run into so many elite groups, or so many magical or special groups, whatever the fuck you want to call them, in Greater Rifts, that Bane of the Powerful, in my opinion, is kind of a no-brainer. But I'm trying out the Pain Enhancer to see what I think of it. So far, I've been kind of unimpressed, honestly. But I have a feeling in the higher end Greater Rifts, it might actually be beneficial. Now I'm hoping you guys are noticing too, while I'm thinking about it, the better quality in well, you fucking dickbag. The better quality, not necessarily in the video, but I'm much less laggy in this video than I have been in my past Diablo 3 videos. Now I did get some more RAM for my computer, and I'm trying out a different setup as far as how I'm recording, and I think that it will alleviate a lot of my lag issues. At least I'm hoping it does. Yeah, see, I'm clearing this. We got fucking plenty of time. Even if I died probably twice, I'd still be all right. The mob density in here is pretty fucking good. I'm not even gonna complain about that. What do we got here? Channeling pylon, not needed but appreciated. As you can see, I'm running around in Wrath of the Berserker near 100% of the time, unless I just space off resetting it. The one thing I do have to caution though, if you're not in a fight, like right there, I just kind of fucked up. I got lucky and there's a group right afterwards. The density in here is pretty good, so I just went ahead and did it. But if you're not in a fight, do not refresh your Wrath of the Berserker, or just going into a fight. Because you need to be using Fury in order to regenerate your shit. And the other thing I haven't been doing very well is resetting my buffs. I'm kind of bad about that sometimes. If I'm going through something fast, I just kind of ignore the fact that they're even there. Especially if I'm not having a hard time living. And like I said, this build can easily clear 41s. I know that for sure. I just wanted to do something easy for you guys. Easy. Which is why I hit the 40 up. Like I said, not even close to a fucking problem. You'll see me when we get to And I'm gaining levels like a boss. That you do have to watch out for corpse explosions, though. Those motherfuckers hurt. There we go. Um, I've carried two people who were very, very undergeared through a 41. So a three-player 41, and we passed it pretty easily. The only thing that I did have that I don't normally have is I had a monk buff in that. I suppose I should not hold the shift key while I'm trying to run, huh? I did have a monk buff, which obviously I don't run around with the monk buff all the time. What do we got? Power pile. Now this is going to be jokified. Look at those crits. The little ones are 700 million. 1.25 billion. 1.16. It's hard to see with all those numbers. I'd say a 1 billion crit's pretty fucking good, but I could be wrong. 1.2 billion. Oh, do we still got the power pylon? No, it must have ran out. I don't do like some people do, and oh, I did I cover what amulet I was using? I'm using Countess Julia's cameo or whatever the fuck it is that lets you sit in arcane and actually gain health. See, jokified. What do you got, bitch? You only got 26 million hit points. I'm just gonna refresh everything just fucking because. Look at that fucker's health just drop like an anchor. He's got nothing. He's got nothing, baby. This is a greater if 40. I know for a fact that this build has potential to get up into the 60s, but I don't have the gear for it. Not even close. What did we get? Oh, I think we just got a cube. And we got some gloves, and a sword. Okay. Now let's go ahead and fucking do all this shit. Pick you up. And let's finish leveling this, or not finish, level it a little more. Now I do want to get the Bane of the Trapped up more and Taguk up more, but I need to get the Pain Enhancer up. Up to at least 25 before I start working on those. Yeah, we got another cube for sure. That might be new. I'll go ahead and identify these, and then I'm going to call it, actually. I just wanted to give you guys, just, like I said, a quick little playthrough. Yeah, that's new. Oh, nothing on it. Okay. Oh, that actually could be quite useful. This is my have not fucking cubed yet tab. And as you can see, a run through there yields you 6.4 million, 200 or 212 million fucking experience, which is quite good. And I think 2 levels. Oh, I got 3 levels out of that. And I'm putting points into Maximum Fury just because I want more of a critical hit bonus and area damage on that. Resource cost reduction, actually, you don't want at all with this build. You want to spend resources. You want to gain them back right away, but you want to spend them. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been playing just a little bit of Diablo this season. I'm only up to 273 now, which, according to some people, is probably pretty poor. I think the season's, what, 3.5 weeks old now? So I'm not doing too bad in my opinion. But some people I've been in groups where some people are pushing 500-600 Paragon level already. Those people play a lot of motherfucking Diablo. But for the more casual player like me, in my opinion, this is a good build. This should work out for you guys. It's fun actually. You can just get out there, put up big numbers, whack the fucking shit out of stuff, and it's just a good time to play. And as you guys saw, it definitely rocked through a fucking Greater Rift 40 like it was nobody's goddamn business. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you really liked this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more of what I got, hit that fucking subscribe button. And do me a favor, tell everybody you know about me so I can get some more fucking subscribers and views and all that kind of good shit. Come on, help me out. Help a brother out. All right. But anyway, until next time, this was Tizar211. You guys have a good time and peace the fuck out.